Aloha. Hope you folks are having a wonderful day. So today I'm making a video on an invoice workflow. So I didn't realize how important this particular automation is for businesses, or with the amount, like I'm talking to hundreds of businesses a week, and a lot of different businesses, they have to do things again that come with being a business owner that they don't want to do, right? And one of them sometimes is invoicing, just because they're dealing with their vendors, their distributors, suppliers, whoever it is, sometimes on a daily basis. Especially like if it, I give you an example, a restaurant, they got to get food the next day. Imagine dealing with Waihata and Chef Zone every single day, or whatever other suppliers they got to deal with, and they got to go through these numbers for hours. Okay, so I built a system where all of those hours are gonna turn into minutes of work now, because they have to go through these different invoices, calculate all the numbers, and it's tedious. So I have a workflow. There's a lot of different variations on it. The way that I have this video, I'm gonna show some stuff in it, and see what I can show. Actually, your man has to be as discreet as possible, because I can't be giving away the recipe. And I mean, some people did. The way I'm gonna do it right here is gonna show you. I'm just gonna use a sheet, Google Sheets. I already have it set up a certain way, and then how it'll categorize the numbers. So right here, I have a folder inside of a drive, and inside this folder there's a bunch of different files. All of these different files are just like receipts, invoices, and so forth. So what this particular folder does inside of this drive, it's programmed with an AI and a worker. The worker comes in, and I have it to where we're not even spending lots of tokens. I know a lot of people out there, they're getting super deep with AI right now, and they don't understand that simplicity is really important, and also being specific. But believe it or not, this workflow is very cheap for tokens. You're not going to use a lot of tokens, believe it or not, when you also are dealing with a lot of invoices. You know what I mean? Obviously, if you have like hundreds of invoices, it's still going to be a lot more affordable in this workflow versus, I don't know, some people, I see what they're doing, and man, they are like running through usage. It's crazy. They're running through usage, and then they try to make the AI do everything, and sometimes the AI is slow. Like, if you don't know how to do it, and the AI can only do it, what happens when the AI goes down? Can you still do your job? Okay, so anyway, what happens is we have a folder programmed with the AI. Then all the different invoices. See, like, there's, how did I get that picture come up? Did I just go over that? Oh, okay, cool. I'm not gonna ask Gemini. We'll do a video on Gemini. I know another business owner was asking about like privacy settings with their AI, and you definitely want to like segregate your personal usage or personal account from your business. So we can talk about that in another video. But Gemini is programmed with some drives if you have that plan, and I can also share on how I use Gemini, because like I said, I use Claude, but Gemini is still one of my tools too. So here, actual receipts. There's nothing. I got some right off of the internet, in fact. So we have filters in here designed to where if it's blurry or mutilated, the AI is going to capture that and put it in needs review. When the invoice is already read and all done, goes to processed. And we also have a design on the automation. I'm going to show some of the automation shortly. We have a design on the automation to where if it's already a JPG file. Okay, so I had files in here that was HEIC. So that comes from the iPhone at the highest quality. And sometimes some applications, Anytime you're uploading, if people are like content people who already know this, or photographers or whatever, these types of HEIC files, when you upload it to applications and so forth, sometimes it's going to throw an error. So it could be the same thing, and even when the AI is reading it, you want everything kind of like categorized neatly for it. So I build filters in here where we can clean out the type of file it is. So whether it's a JPG or a PNG or a HEIC, we can convert every file and make sure that it becomes preferred JPG, and or you can do PDFs or whatever too. Whatever we actually need, by the way, not preferred. I shouldn't say JPG is preferred, but in this example it is. But we get it to whatever type of file it's supposed to be, and then it's all downstream from there. Like, it's nice and smooth. And it's been showing this to these business owners, and they're like blown away because they've been spending years counting all of these receipts or invoices. They gotta open the shop next day. Okay, no, we got this thing square. And we also have different filters in here as well, where we want to scan everything after, make sure we verify everything. What's good is, depending on what type of agentic you set up, it's going to tell you a confidence level if an image is blurry or mutilated. So you're going to get feedback on ones that, before you even have to go look in their needs review, the AI is going to, at least that's how I programmed it. So it's going to say how, this one got this score because this is what's going on. We can see that it's from Walmart or Chef Zone or whatever you're trying to do, or some company, right? So anyway, these are invoices, and then we're going to have them slapped onto, I named it receipts test log, or log test. So we're going to slap it onto a sheet, depending on what your business runs, a CRM, or, what's awesome about this? What's super powerful about this? I designed this to where I don't even see their invoices. Some business owners have asked me, "Oh man, you're gonna see how much money I made." I'm like, I don't even care about that. I just want to service your business and service you. I like your business. And what's great about this right now is I don't even need to see any of that, because the way I set it up, after we tested and so forth, is running in their system. Okay, it's theirs. I build it for them. It's not mine. Everything I build is the owners. So they have all the power. And once that thing is set up in their infrastructure, it's running. That's the whole point of this whole, automations and AI is here to help your productivity. So you can go do what only you can do, and you can keep learning. I had somebody tell me the other day, "Oh man, AI is gonna make everybody stupider or dumber." I was like, bro, maybe dumb people, but smart people are just gonna get more smart, and it's a tool. We're just adapting with the times. But these automations right here, what you used to have to spend so much time doing, now you get your time back. The technology caught up to what you want to do. Now you get it back. So anyway, these sheets right here, boom. I got it already programmed where the AI is going to timestamp this thing, file it, the vendor, the date, invoice number, item, quantity, amount, receipt total, math, quality, and the status. And then I also have a filter total, so it adds everything up later. So there's all different kinds of filters that I also program on. It doesn't matter if it's a sheet, any kind of table. It doesn't matter if it's base roll, HubSpot, Salesforce. I know how to use all of these. But Sheets is simple, and that's why I'm using it for this video. But I like Sheets. You can make a CRM, right? You can. I know people out there who don't know how to use Excel or Sheets that well, and I guess you can take courses. I'm a computer nerd, so that's how I know how to use it. But you can maybe ask the AI to help you, and then when you use the AI can teach you, the grammar. You'll understand how everything works. But anyway, so that's this. So let me go to the actual automation real quick. So here's the actual automation. this is the master workflow. And what I'm showing here is one of the paths that converts the HEIC to a readable file for the API. So I think I confused myself a little bit earlier in the video, but the API we use in this video, in this workflow that manages the agentic AI, it can only read JPEG, PNG, GIF, and WebP. And if we make it to reading more stuff, again, you're gonna take your credits up. So we can make this thing cost efficient, where the owner isn't using a lot of credits just to do all this invoice workflow. But this thing is so powerful, because I was actually talking to another business owner where they're telling me that, oh man, they were thinking about hiring an admin person. I guess the person would be like, I don't know, 30 bucks, 35 bucks an hour or something. I mean, you do the math on that, that's over like 43 G's a year. So if you have a system that you don't, and even if, the thing is this, these systems are more efficient than us humans, some of them. Some of these systems. And not saying that they're better than us, but for that this particular task, it can absolutely be better. It's gonna do it quickly, it's gonna get it organized, and then you're gonna get your time back to go do more of what only you can do. Because the AI can't go run a business, only you can. So we're gonna go look at, so I have some files in there. I put some HEICs again. So we'll run that. We'll wait for those to pop into here. Okay, so you see it running. It's taking all these different files, logging them when they're done. So let's see where it went. Okay, perfect. It got logged into here. So what do we get from those? Image is heavily blurred and faded. Date cannot be reliably read. Invoice install, status review. Multiple receipts photographed together. Image angle and lighting make text blurry. Needs review. So that would be a case where, okay, we got something that came in. Look, it needs review. What do these pictures look like? Okay, so this is an actual blurry image. Purposely. I put it in there purposely to show you folks that, okay, when we got blurry invoices coming in, the AI is not even going to play games. This is another one with receipts all over each other. It's going to be like, okay, how are we going to do this? So now that's where, it comes down to the business too. Like, some people are very disorganized. I mean, you throw that in there. And then here we got these HEICs. Did you see that they just converted to JPEGs right in front of us? So this whole process right here with these 5 images was a couple of minutes. That was running on autopilot that you wouldn't have had to have been there for. And then it runs again on a sequence for whatever just got converted. And when the next run happens, it's going to go and log these. So, however many invoices you have, boom, it's going to do all the work. You come back, you double check it, and boom, you're good to go. So this is part of what the invoice bot does. It's one of the most powerful systems for any business, because we all have to deal with like numbers at some point. So those last images ended up getting written. They got wrote to the log or to the sheet, and so it says right there: vendor times supermarket, Walmart times wholesale, the date, invoice number. These right here are overlapping because they're blurry, so it's going over everything. This one has balance due shown $0.25 with $12 payment. Discrepancy noted. Change amount of 114 visible, but calculation verification needed. So it's gonna make notes if there are screwy things on the invoice. And if there are, then we build the sub workflows around the master workflow, like I was mentioning. So this is just an example of how it's gonna write. Then you got the receipt totals or the invoice total, whatever you want to call it. So these are just like basic, headers that I use just for this video. But we got $12, $69, $167. So you banking right there. It says quality, math. We won't get into right there. That's something else. If it has to actually do math, and then it still has review on these, just because I didn't go and wire it to where all these images have special stuff to it anyway. So purposely for this video. But when everything's solid, it just moves to the process folder. That way you don't have to go and wipe the folder like, oh, I uploaded it and I gotta move it. No. I like to design these systems to where the owner doesn't even need to lift a finger. Okay, we want to make it so you folks can, do what you do. Okay, only what you do. Because only you can do what you do. A lot of people think, oh, the AI is going to replace your job. No, it's going to advance your job. Whatever you're doing, it's going to make it better. A lot of the types of jobs that involve redundant tasks, yeah, we can automate that. But with this AI boom, it's just creating more jobs. There's different types of jobs now. And this is just the beginning. But yeah, I hope you like this video. I know it's kind of I don't know, I guess nerdy. But this is how this system works. You have different applications that support you, and then you get your time back. Still point. But other than that, I hope you folks liked it. I hope it was interesting. I just know I wanted to make this one just because there are just so many businesses dealing with invoices every day, and it's time consuming. So let's automate all those tedious tasks. But other than that, I hope you folks have a wonderful day. Mahalo for watching, and I will catch you later.